Hello, welcome guys to the 16th episode of our technical class. And in this class, in the earlier class, I have made a table handler. So in that table handler, the last I think you have seen, if you have seen in the last episode, I was getting the issue that init con VMS vehicle table is not defined at the vehicle service table. Okay, so why it was? Because the function name was different. Okay, so the function name in my application is init from vehicle table, and in the PDF it is showing con VMS. Okay, so you have to remove it if you are following this. And why we create a table handler class? Table handler class will, this is required means we can write everything on table also, but if we are designing a class, it will be a unique library for the particular table itself. Okay, and it helps to manage the code more efficiently. Similarly, we have a form handler class also that I'm going to create. The form handler class is you have form. Okay, so in the form you have multiple designs at multiple level. If you write the code, it will be very difficult to manage the code. Okay, and it will take time, it will be a time consumption also. So it is a best practice to create a form handler. And in the form handler, how we are going to design the form handler, that I'm going to show you. Okay, so again, for the form handler, there are few steps which we need to follow. The first one is the firstly we will be going with the uh, handler class. Okay, so here we will go. Why we use the form handler class, that I tried to note it down. Technically, form handler class not required, as all code can be added directly to a form. The problem is that as form logic gets more logic, it becomes harder to read, as the purpose of each method becomes less obvious and less easy to maintain as the amount of code increases. Okay, so code placed directly on a form is usually much harder to use by third parties, and the code is not reusable. Okay, so that's why we try to design a form handler class. So in the form handler class, firstly we will be doing some little bit of changes in the con VMS vehicle service table type class itself. So let's go to that one. So this is my class con VMS vehicle service table type class. So here I have a field, I have a method called the method name is can edit status. So let's see where is this can edit status or not. Okay, so what we are going to do is these two methods we are going to add. These are the two new methods actually. Okay, so earlier I was thinking that it is a con check can edit, but these are the two methods which we are going to add. So I'm creating a method now, and in the method I will write, see how we create a method. So public, the method accessor is public. So, and public boolean can edit status, can edit status, and then this is the method, and this is the definition in it we are going to write. Okay, so whenever this method we are going to write, we will be getting this the definition over here. So con VMS vehicle service status, con VMS vehicle service status, on VMS vehicle service status, and then local service local service status is equals to service table dot dot service status service status. Okay, so actually what we are doing over here is we are creating a instance. Okay, instance of a class, and that class instance is created so that we can have all the methods. Okay, so I will type if service service table, which is this is a global field I have defined, dot original is a standard method, dot rec id, rec id is not equals to 0, then this is because of our boolean field is not equals to 0, then con VMS vehicle service table, con VMS vehicle service table, con VMS vehicle service table, orange service table is equals to service table dot orange dot orange. Okay, now local service status is equals to orange service table dot service status. Okay, now this method we have added, and what we will do, I will tell you how you can utilize the switch case as well over here. So switch local service status, local service status, local service status, and here we go with the cases. So we will define the cases in it, and we will be defining the cases. Yes, so we will define the cases over here. So case 1 is our con VMS vehicle service status, con VMS vehicle service, on VMS vehicle service status is equals to, case is con VMS vehicle service status, just a minute, con VMS, okay, so E is missing, con VMS vehicle service status. So this is a EDT field, and I will type it as none, and then case con VMS vehicle service status is confirmed. Okay, so we are actually switching between the cases, and if it is none or confirmed, then we will return as return true, and if it is not of this case, then we will return as false. So what we are doing, I hope you are getting the point. What I am doing over here is I have created a local service status variable, and I am checking that what is the rack ID, okay, over which we it's not equal to 0, then begin. Then in that case, local service status equal to service status, switch between, if it is none and confirmed, then return true. It can be can edit status or not. If it is false, then we will go with the false status. I will create a one more method over here. So it is going to be public boolean check can edit check can edit status. So now over here we will go and we will define in it, and we will use the return case of it. Okay, so if not equals to this dot can edit status can edit status and then here we go with the if status. So we will give return what needs to be written, check failed. This is a standard method, check failed, and we will type in the check failed str statement format, and here we will write @ con VMS is equals to service cannot be edited, and service table dot service ID comma service table dot service status, and here we go with closer, and then we will close this statement and return as true. So this is the normal return statement I have written. So to status I have checked that okay, if it is none and confirmed, give me the true, that I can edit it. In other cases, give me the false, I cannot edit it. There are 4 values in it. If I go to the base enum values over here, con VMS vehicle service status, this is the none or complete and confirmed. In case of completed and cancelled, I will not be allowed to edit, and in case of none and confirmed, it is allowed. Okay, so we will go ahead and we will save it. Now this is done. We will now go to the check the candidate method so that they read as follows. Okay, so now what we will do, we will have a one field can edit and check can edit field. Okay, so what I will do, can edit, in the can edit field we will type like this, uh, public boolean can edit. We will change this to 1 minute. Check can edit. We have, this is for status. So now this is the can edit, and what we are going to do over here is, based on this one, I will go for can edit, and over here if I'm able to edit or not, I will type the boolean, and this boolean will be okay equals to true, and we will go ahead with the okay equals to okay, and this dot can edit status, can edit status, return okay, return okay. Okay, so what I am going to do over here is I am taking a boolean value and I am checking that okay, this, if the status can be edited, then only this particular service table should be editable. Okay, similarly what I am going to change over here is I am again taking a boolean value over here, boolean okay equals to true, and boolean okay equals to true, and okay equals to okay, and this dot check can edit status, check can edit status, return okay. Okay, so now this is done, and then what we will do, the check and may still used in the valid right field. Next we can write our form handler class. So what we are going to do, we are going to create another class over here. So this class will be created, add a new item, and in this new item we will take the class, and this class will be table form. Okay, so I have added two methods over here. I hope you are able to understand these methods. If you are not able to understand, give me just comment me in the video. I will try my best to resolve your query. Okay, and with your comments I will also try to learn if I have missed anything. So please do comment if in case you need any help in it. Okay, so internal final class, so what we are doing over here, this is the final class, so I will remove this keyword for now. Okay, because I don't want the final keyword to be implemented. These modified accessors should be added at the end of the once the project is added. Okay, now what we will do, the first task is to override the new method so that the class can't be constructed incorrectly. This is done by changing the accessibility from public to protected or private. Protected is the standard pattern any class that extended can construct using the new method. The method should be read as follows. So what we are going to do is we are actually overriding the new method over here. So protected void new, and here we go with the, so no class will be now able to the new method, so that the class can't be constructed incorrectly. Okay, so the new method is now constructed. So what it will help us, so this will change the accessibility from public to protected, and it will override the new method of the class. Okay, so now add a global variable of it. So now we will see how you can define a global variable. To define a global variable, we will use the form run is a access modifier, this form run. Okay, and here we go, form run, this form run, form data source, form data source con vms vehicle service table underscore ts. So this is the form data source. Okay, and these two variables we have prepared, and this is just the name for now. Okay, there is no linking between it, but how we will link that I'm going to tell you. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we will create a class instance, but to save writing the code in the constructor, an init form from run method is more appropriate. Write the following method. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to construct I'm going to create a constructor. Okay, instead of using the construct keyword, we can also define the constructor like this also, protected void, and then init from form run. Okay, and here we go with form run underscore form run. So this way we are actually creating one more method whenever this form will be initialized. So this will be called, and now we will use this form run is equals to underscore form run, and then we will write con vms vehicle service table con vms vehicle service table underscore ts is equals to this form run dot data helper dot find data source, and find data source form data source form data source str, so string form data source string, and then here we need to give the table name. So con vms vehicle service table, con vms vehicle service table, comma con vms vehicle service con vms vehicle service table, and here we go with the form string. So con vms vehicle service table. So this is the table form data source we have prepared now. Okay, con vms vehicle service table. So form data source actually is a inbuilt method. Okay, and what it does is, if I go to the for definition of it, this is a standard method, okay, which takes in the parameters of our tables, and over here this is now checking that this form must be declared before the first method here, which is new. So it is asking the global method should be defined before any method call. So let's give it over here, Control S, and now we have saved it. So what we have done over here is, there is a data helper function. Okay, so data helper function is provided so that we can easily gain access to the form data source. Okay, and form data source here is a compile time function that ensures that data source name actually exists on the form. Okay, so it will not compile itself, but it is a runtime compilation function actually. Okay, so now we will go with the actual public constructor will be a static method and is as follows. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a static method over here. So public static and con vms vehicle service table, con vms vehicle service table form public static con VMS vehicle service table form. So constructor, as you know, the name of the class should be similar to the constructor name, and then new from form. Okay, so this is the constructor name, new from form name, and then we will type form run and form run underscore element. So this is the constructor we have prepared, and whenever this class is called, this will take the parameter which is a form element. Okay, until and unless this is not defined, user will not be able to use this particular function. Okay, so con VMS vehicle service table form, I will type copy paste it because this is needed multiple times, and I will do a form. Like we have prepared a function name, let me form, and over here this is a type of form. So let's take this as a variable, and form equals to new, and con VMS vehicle service table form. So in this way we have defined the constructor, and then form dot init it should come form dot init from run, and then underscore element, and here we go ahead return the form. If anybody is using it in this way, he will be able to utilize. Now coming to the one more method we will add over here to complete this initial form of the form handler. What we will do, we will write a one more method that will make the data source editable or not based on the return value of the current service order. Okay, so can edit method which we have created, based on that the form will be, whenever this form will be called using this class, accordingly we will be utilizing it. Okay, so let me check, the name does not denote a class or a table or an extended data type. It is actually, let me check why it is con VMS vehicle service table. Okay, sorry, not the form. Okay, so let me check table form. Yeah, so now it is saying does not denote a table, a class or a table. It is con VMS vehicle service table form actually. So let me save it, Control S, and see if the error has gone or not. Yes, the error has now gone. So now we are going to create one more method. This method is used to get the current record, and how to use the current record using a cursor method also we are going to utilize. Okay, so we will create one more form, then the cursor method will be utilized for this purpose, and cursor method is utilized to get the current record. Okay, so how you use it, public void service table underscore active, method is there, this is the method name, and here we go with the save button, and here we go with the con VMS vehicle service table, con VMS vehicle service table, and current service. This is the key, this is the variable I have taken, and then current service is equals to con VMS vehicle service table underscore ts dot cursor. So it will give me the current record, and then what we will do, we will take a boolean method. So boolean allow edit is equals to current service, which is the keyword variable dot type. What is the type? And then type dot edit. So type dot this dot type can edit. So this is the method name we have created, and then we will give the con vms vehicle service table underscore ts vehicle service table underscore ts dot allow delete, and after the allow delete we will take within this allow edit function, allow edit, and then we will be passing on the con vms vehicle service table underscore ts dot allow edit, and then allow edit. This is the key function name we have utilized. So what it will do, it will create this is the form handle class, and with this using this function we can get the active variable or the active record. Okay, so now what we are going to do, now we will need to hook up this form, open the convms vehicle service table and double click on the class declaration to open the code editor. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to the service table. So this form handler should be connected with this one. So methods and mm, where is the 1 minute? Uh, mm, so actually I need to connect it with the form, so not on the table. So con vms vehicle service table form, I will go con vms vehicle service table form, and over here there is a method, and in the methods we will go for the class declaration. Now in the class declaration how we will connect it, so that is important for you to know. So what we will do in the declaration portion, this is the declaration portion. So over here what I will type, con vms vehicle service table form. Let me, what I will do, I will type it like this. This is the table form, this is a class name, and this is the form handler. Okay, and this is now hooked up. We have now saved it. So what we will do, we will initiate the variable which will be doing overriding the init method of the form. Okay, so there we will prepare a init method also, which will do overriding the init method of the form. So let's override the init method of the form. I will go over here. This is the method override, and under this we will go with the init override. Where is my init method? Init. So here is the init. So now I have my init method defined over here with the super keyword. So before the super keyword, what I will do, form handler form handler is equals to con vms vehicle service table form, and over here I will go for the new from form. This method we have defined in the form level, and over here we will go with the element and over here we will go for the save button. This is done. Now next we will override the active method of the convms vehicle service table data source. So we will go again to the form level, and on the form level this is the data source, and convms vehicle service table data source, this there is a uh, active method. So let's go to this override on the active method, and what we will do on the active method, I believe where it is, 1 minute, init is there, form, yeah, this is the active method. So on the active method we will type, after the super call is done, we will go for the form handler form handler dot service table active, and here we go with this one, and service table active, and return rest of the things we will keep it as it is. This method was named because it was intended to be used specifically in the active method. Okay, now what I will do, I will build this particular form, and what what is the use of it, what we have done actually. We have created a form handler class over here. This you will not find anywhere, means when you are working with the client project. This is the best practice actually you will follow whenever you are working with the. Okay, so build is getting run, just let us see. So these are the best practices actually when you are developing an ISV solution. This needs to be done. Okay, and it helps to organize the code. Okay, so writing a code you will learn in 1 month or 2 months of time, but how to write a best code, this you will be able to understand when you will know what reason and what we are doing, why we are doing. Okay, so this will help you out in the interview purpose as well. And I hope till yet you have watched all the videos and you have followed me. And if there is anything you want from my side, please do comment, and the code which I have written, I will surely add it in my description box, so from there you can ask me for accessing this particular PDF as well. And I hope today's class is useful to you, and it is valuable for you as well. So thanks a lot guys for being with me till here. And if there is anything, anytime, you can just ping me on the comment box, and I will try my best to resolve your query. Okay, so thank you, thanks a lot.